welcome to our 20th country of Wales. We are so excited to take you through Wales today. We have one day in Wales, so we found a full list of unique things to see and do in Wales, and we're going to see how many we can fit in just one day. By the way, if you're wondering who our furry companion is here, this is Kiri, and if you're wondering why we have a furry companion, you can check out our last video in Formby Beach with Winston, a different furry companion, where we explain how we have all these cute pups with us on our travels.
We are starting our Wales adventure in the town of Conwy.
And we arrived starving, so we started with some traditional Welsh food at Penny Bryn, or Brine, and I apologize in advance for any Welsh words that I mispronounce. Please correct us in the comments.
I had the Welsh rarebit, which is actually a piece of bread with cheese sauce on it. I know it doesn't sound very appetizing, but it's much better than what it sounds.
And I had a traditional afternoon tea because that is how I want to eat all of my meals. And outside of the regular stuff that you find on an afternoon tea platter, like tea sandwiches and scones and cakes, there was also bara brith, which is a traditional Welsh bread with dried fruit and different spices baked into it. It wasn't my cup of tea, no pun intended. It's just not my thing.
It's like an intense raisin bread, is what it tastes like to me.
But I gave it a try. And now it wouldn't be a UK town without a castle.
First unique thing about Wales is that it actually has more castles than any other European country per square mile.
And this is Conway Castle, which Edward I built and restored 17 castles, this being one of them, and this being one of the most well-maintained castle and city walls. The entire town of Conwy has these gorgeous medieval city walls. It feels like you're in a castle the entire time you're walking through the town. Conway itself definitely isn't a hidden gem, definitely a holiday town, and a great one for a holiday. We are going to head out. There are no dogs allowed in the castle. However, you can walk the walls, which are absolutely incredible, and get this gorgeous view of the castle with the sea. It is absolutely breathtaking. And we are going to head to our next stop in Wales.
Our next destination has one of the most unique names in the UK and also has a very interesting twist on how it got its name. So let's go check that out.
Welcome to
From Llanfair Pwllgwyn, gallu go get a Quindrobol, Llan Sicilio, go, go, go.
Okay, so a single Welsh F is pronounced like a V, a double F is like a F, a single L is an L, but a double L is a CH is a, Y is a, unless it's the end, and a W is a double O, so oo. That probably won't help me at all. Let's give it a go. Llanfair Pwllgwyn Gilgoger Cairn Drabwl Llandys Ilio Go Go Goch. How did I do?
Alright, here's my go at it. Llanfair Pwllgwyn Gilgoger Cairn Drabwl Llandys Ilio Go Go Goch.
Okay, can you all go ahead and vote in the comments? Who did it better? Andrew or Megan? All right, I've been practicing. Are you ready? Llanfair Pwllgwyn Gilgoger Queer Drabwl Llandys Ilio Go Go Goch. And would you like to know what it means in English? Because it does have a translation.
St. Mary's Church in the hollow of White Hazel near a rapid whirlpool in the church of St. Cecilio near the Red Cave.
And funny story, this town actually used to have a shorter name, and then in the 1800s they thought it would be a funny tourist scheme to name it a name with 58 letters in it. And so this entire town is a marketing scheme, and yet there's still not a lot to do here.
It's the longest name in Europe and the second longest name in the world, with a city in New Zealand beating it. And the city in New Zealand is 85 letters. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that one.
It's so funny because this town is literally a tourist attraction for one parking lot. There's like buses and a packed parking lot and just people taking pictures and videos of one sign. And that just cracks me up. So we had to make a judgment call on our next destination. We knew we overdid it with the list, but both of the last places close at 5. So we had to choose between the two. We're gonna come back for the other one because I think it's gonna be something we're gonna wanna spend a whole day at. So stay tuned for that. And we're headed to our final destination in Wales right now, which I think is going to be breathtakingly beautiful. We're not sure if we're here or not. Very sad. Maybe we can try and find one more thing.
All right, I actually got into the botanical garden to do a quick video here, and that is showing the Laburnum Arch, which right now it's not in season, but actually it's covered in flowers. It's absolutely gorgeous between May and June. So if you're here during that time period, definitely have to come to the botanical gardens, and you'll see this amazing archway of flowers just coming down from the roof. Very tranquil, so definitely an amazing place to just relax. Saw a bunch of families just laying on, blankets and hanging out and just playing around in the gardens, letting the kids run wild. Okay, this is the most British or UK thing that I've ever heard. Megan was talking to a worker at the botanical gardens while I was going pretty much running around and getting some views and checking everything out. And this is what she said.
I said, oh yeah, my boyfriend, he's somewhere in the gardens. I don't know. I think he's coming back because I know you're getting ready to close. And she said, oh, he better come back quick because we just locked the gates and I can show you where the escape path is so you all can get out, because there is an escape path because people get locked in. What? That's so British. Go see our puffin video if you haven't watched it yet, where we talk about the difference between British or European tours and American tours. Good girl.
As you can probably tell, we are now back home, and isn't it amazing that you can actually just day trip to another country in Europe?
It's seriously like so fascinating. I mean, we drove like an hour and we were in another country. Hi.
Yep.
So we had someone just wants some love.
So someone just wants their butt scratched.
We had 2 other spots in Wales that we decided needed a little more than just a couple of hours. So while we only had like half of a day in Wales today, we're in the UK for 5 more months. So we will definitely be back. And while we go back, we would like to see Snowdonia, and
which actually has the highest points in Wales. So that is a must-see, but the national park closed at 5 as well. And
then we want to see Port Marion, I think is how you pronounce it.
Which is a really cool city that it's like a different, apparently like a different culture within Wales. So it's an Italian city, colorful, beautiful, and we've been told that you pretty much can just spend the entire day there. So those are a couple more unique places that we are definitely putting on our bucket list.
And if you have any recommendations for Wales, go ahead and let us know in the comments, because we will,
especially South Wales.
We will 100% be back. And for now, are you kidding? For now, we're gonna go love on Kiri a little bit, get her some dinner, get us some dinner.
I think she's very happy to be out of the car.
Yes. And we'll see you next episode.